What is going on, everyone? Happy Tuesday. How the heck are you doing? Another Tuesday in the books. Can't wait. We got a little bit to talk about, a little bit of Packers football news happening this past week. So a little bit to talk about, but I'm excited to talk about it. We got Ron checking in Appleton. Good to see you as always, Ron. We got to get going on this. We got to get going or keep going on this season. Let's share the screen here. All right. Let's see what we got for player of the week. MJ, good to see you, my friend. Actually, before we do anything, let's get that giveaway link posted. Here is that for you guys. If you are looking to sign up for the giveaway, there's that for you. But let's advance this week and see if we got a player of the week. I'm wondering if Steve's going to be the player of the week. He looked like he was the top story on the side there. Would not surprise me. He had a great game last week. No, he did not get the player of the week. Very surprising. Very surprising. MJ, good to see you. You said leery of the quarterback we signed. Why is that, MJ? I think the quarterback we signed is a great fit for the team. We've obviously seen the Packers kind of go younger at backup quarterback in the last few years. I think this is the first time since Seneca Wallace in 2013 that I can think that we went out and got a veteran quarterback to be our backup, or in 2013 he was the starter. Seneca Wallace was. How could we ever forget the half a drive we got from Seneca Wallace? As Aaron Nagler would say, Packers legend Seneca Wallace. But I think this is the first time in a very long time that the Packers have went out and got a veteran quarterback as the backup. And I do not hate it at all. Tyrod comes in with a lot of great experience in the NFL. He's been the starter on many squads, Pro Bowler, just a lot of experience at a quarterback. And we've seen what Matt can do with some other guys that he's had on the roster. Look what he shaped Malik into. You're obviously not going to see Tyrod's career get shaped or altered because of this. His career's on the back nine, probably the back two holes, if we're being honest. But either way, I think to have a quarterback who can step in and not be surprised by anything he's seeing, I think that's a big win. I'm excited for that. And hopefully we don't need him. Hopefully it's all for nothing and he's just an insurance policy, and there we are, MJ said he's got experience, but he's been bounced around. I think that's what you're going to see in the NFL from a backup quarterback. I would much rather have that backup quarterback situation be a guy that has experience, and maybe he's not good enough to be the definitive number one quarterback on every single team, but that doesn't mean that he can't provide value where you need him. If you are ever in a situation where you are heavily relying on the backup quarterback, odds are you're not going to make it that far. I mean, look at Nick. Why am I spacing on his last name? I want to say Nick Folk, but that's not right. Nick Foles. Nick Foles. Look at Nick Foles. He was a career backup, bounced around a lot, went to Philly. Carson Wentz gets hurt. Nick Foles gets thrown into it and ends up, winning the Super Bowl for the Steelers, or for the Eagles, for the Steelers. Ends up winning the Super Bowl for the Eagles. Makes one of the most memorable plays in Super Bowl history in the man, I am just spacing on everything here. The what did they call it? Was it the Philly or the Philly special? There we go. I'm just spacing on everything here. But he makes one of the most memorable plays in Super Bowl history with the Philly special. And dude was just a backup. He bounced around all over the NFL as well. So there's a lot of promise, I think, with Tyrod. And I'm excited to have him on our team. Patrick lists another one. Fitzmagic was everywhere in the NFL. And every time he stepped in and needed to be called on, just seemed like he wasn't an all pro. He's not going to win MVPs, but he can win you games. And if you're missing your quarterback for just a few games, to get a win or two out of those games is huge. Huge, huge, huge. So I don't know. I'm I'm always more of an optimistic fan, but I actually was quite pleasantly surprised. I would much rather have Tyrod as the starter over having Desmond Ritter. I mean, Desmond was a higher draft pick and had a little bit of experience, but I didn't like what you saw from his limited experience. So, oh, Kirby, I thought you were gonna keep running. I don't know. I'm excited. I'm like I said though, I'm an optimistic fan. Oh, we got EFP himself. He says hockey game. Madden easy mode should be easy dub for Ben. I wish it was easy mode. Everything's easy when you got Ron as your quarterback. Look at this. All right, let's get out of bounds. I don't need to fumble tonight. Patrick, how you doing, man? How's everything going in your world? How are you guys feeling about Tyrod? MJ said that he's a little bit hesitant because he's been bounced around a lot, but how are you guys feeling about him? Anyone else kind of excited about it like I am? I mean, hopefully we don't need him. That's first and foremost. Kirby said playoff hockey is on, Ben. That's cool. Madden is on. No, I don't. I'm not offended if you guys go watch playoff hockey. And I know people like doing different sports. Cinco de Mayo. Last thing a lot of people want to do is sit here and watch me play Madden. But all right, MJ, I think you got this. We can get a yard out of you, right? Look at that. That's a tutty if we play it right. Get out of here. Oh, just short. Just short. I thought we had it. Patrick said, doing pretty solid over here, waiting for this job to finish in my process so I can finally move to North Carolina. Nice. MJ said, I'm watching Wild and listening to you. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Thomas in the building. Thomas said, at least someone with a little experience. I think that's the nice thing. We've, as Packers fans, for the last, I talked about a little bit already, but Seneca Wallace, we had him for a drive or a half a drive. He was an experienced quarterback. But other than that, during Rodgers' tenure, we never really went out and got a guy with some good experience. We got a lot of young guys that we were trying to shape, and hopefully you weren't going to need them. But oh boy, that might be it. I don't know how Tully caught that. That was just a bad play on my end. Good play by Tully. I don't even know if he's here yet either. But yeah, I mean, you saw it during Favre's era. They would have a lot of, they got Jim McMahon during the 96 season. They did groom some quarterbacks, obviously. Hasselbeck, Ty Detmer, I believe, was one that they groomed. Mark Brunell. So they groomed plenty during Favre's era as well. But it wasn't uncommon for them to have some veteran quarterbacks as their backup, because when you are in a pinch to have a strong veteran quarterback or a veteran backup quarterback, dude, there's nothing better. It's the same reason Joe Flacco still has a job. Joe Flacco had a lot of starting experience as well, but so does Tyrod. Tyrod's done some great things in the NFL, so I'm excited about it. Nathan said, I'm happy with Tyrod signing. Had some horrible injury luck when he was a solid starter. Yeah, he sued. What franchise was that? Was it the Raiders that he sued because they punctured his lung, or was that the Bills? I can't remember. Was it the Bills where they punctured his lung with the needle and then he lost his starting spot with it, or because of it? I don't remember if that was the Bills. I forget where he's all played. He's obviously been all over the place. Patrick said, time to get out of Cali, too expensive. Yeah, man, I believe it. I believe California is very expensive. I think you should just move to Wisconsin, man. Beautiful Wisconsin winters. I mean, how could you go wrong? Cost of living's not horrible, I guess. I don't know. I feel like Green Bay is relatively reasonable for cost of living, but it's been a while since I've rented anywhere, so I could be misspeaking. But when I was renting an apartment back pre-COVID era, when I was renting, I felt like my rent was relatively reasonable. I'm sure it's way more expensive now. But Thomas said, let me get this play and then I'll check in on it, Thomas. Oh, they got an X Factor quarterback. I didn't even realize that. Thomas said, we got lucky with Malik. If we went just with backups we wouldn't have made the playoffs. I agree completely. When we picked up Malik, I remember how many fans were complaining about signing Malik. And now look at the value that we've gotten from that. We're going to get a comp pick, probably a 3rd round comp pick next year. And we got a really great backup quarterback for a couple seasons. So good of a backup quarterback that some fans think that he should be the starter for the Packers, which I'm not I'm not subscribed to that, but teach their own. I think he's a great backup. He's got a lot of great skill sets. He's very explosive with his legs, but give me Jordan Love any day. Dakota. Patrick says that you don't mind your wife doesn't mind the possibility of moving to Green Bay. Hey man, we could go get some legendaries. That's all I'm saying. Dakota said, hey Ben, just wondering with the new quarterback signing, do we think Jordan Love is in jeopardy of losing his quarterback 1 spot? Dakota, if someone's going to start the rumors, I think it's your job. I think no matter what happens, Dakota, I think you could be the backup quarterback for the team, and I think there's going to be a lot of people out there that will think Jordan Love should be replaced by you. And Dakota, I love you, but I don't think you'd be a very good quarterback 1 in the NFL. So I think no matter who's the backup, I think you're going to see fans that are like, oh, he should be starter over Jordan Love. Some fans just think Jordan Love is like a bottom 5 quarterback in the NFL, which I don't know. Man. It's weird that we can watch the same football and have just, holy cow, he's fast. All right. Good job, Ron. Fumbled out of bounds. Just how you drew it up. But I thought it was kind of a pleasant surprise to get that quarterback signing. And then they immediately dropped Desmond Ridder. They're like, yeah, we're not using this guy. Chat says Cinco de Drinko. I'm drinking some water right now. I'm the most like non-Wisconsinite. I'm not a big fish guy. I don't drink. I hate ice fishing. You're not going to find me ice fishing, that's for sure. I just don't feel like I should be out on the ice. When I was a young kid, I like stepped in a ice hole and my leg fell in. So now I'm just like paranoid about being out on the ice. I hate being out on the ice. I will not go out on the ice. I'm a very non-Wisconsinite. Dakota says, Ben, will you do a tequila shots for Cinco de Drinko? Dude, if I did any tequila shots, it would not be good. I haven't had, I'm trying to think, when was the last time I had alcohol? I haven't had alcohol. Boy. Yeah, we're not punting here. I haven't had alcohol since Christmas of 2014, I believe, when my neighbor made us homemade limoncello. And I think that was the last time I've had alcohol. All right. This is a big play here. Chad? Attaboy. Stay down. Patrick says, brought some beer and perfect for Wisconsin. See, Chad, you might be, or Patrick, you might be more Wisconsin than I am. I don't enjoy beer either. I'm not a big beer guy. I drink coffee and water, and that's pretty much it. I'm a boring dude. Tully says need some of that Nicolet water. Yeah, I'm just gonna hoard Nicolet sponsors. if it's Nicolet branded, they better sponsor me. Nicolet Bank, Nicolet Law, Nicolet Water. I need it all. Of course, Dakota can't catch. No surprise there. MJ says love ice fishing. Man, I don't know. I just something about it just terrifies me. The idea of just being on something I shouldn't be on, as it's creaking and cracking and no thank you. Tully says smelling salts. I can do those. Yeah, those are nice. I gotta take the lid off to get the full effect, but I'm gonna run out of time here. Dakota? Oh, that's on me. That's on me, Ron. If Dakota would run his routes. Oh, that might have been. That was a pretty big inhale there. Whew. All right, we need to get a turnover of our own now. Now they got the smelling salts coursing through the blood. Gave me the wrong guy here. How's everyone's week going though? It man, we are entering that very weird period where there's nothing going on from a football world. Like nothing's going to be going on here soon. We have OTAs kind of happening, but other than that, nothing is going to go on until about what, July? It's going to be a probably a relatively quiet. MJ said when you're out early ice fishing, it's so peaceful. You know, I could see that, MJ. When you know, I haven't been fishing in a long time. Fishing like normal fishing. But there is something really nice about that, to have a coffee and you're just sitting there, you know, quiet, just listening to the animals, kind of the world coming to life around you. So I could definitely see that. It is very peaceful. I'll give you that, but it's not for me. Not the ice. The ice, just something about the ice is just, I don't know if it's like the idea that you could potentially fall through. I don't know what it is, but yeah, it's just, I don't think it's for me. I don't think it's for me. I feel like I should be blitzing. I don't think I should be given. All right. All right. We're already half down. We're flying through. Mr. Hurley. Good to see you, man. I finally added you to the game. I finally added you. We'll show you off here. Boy, they're scared of Patrick. They won't even kick to him. Unfortunate. Finally got Mr. Hurley added to the game. Look at that solid right tackle, number 77 there on the line. I felt like you'd be a good honestly, Chris, I felt like you'd be a good guard, but I needed a right tackle, so I threw you in at right tackle. MJ said, I'll spend a day on my pontoon swimming and fishing and relaxing. See, I'm down for that in the summer for sure. Pontoon in the summer, give me that. No problem. Look at Tully actually making some catches tonight. You love to see it. Dakota's always so sarcastic. Says he doesn't like ice fishing either. Scary stuff. As his profile picture, I think, is him on the ice. Dakota's like an ice fishing junkie. Oh boy. Dakota drops it, of course. Hey, we got the chef here. Let me call a play and then read this, chef. Chef says, crazy week. Got to fire a cook. Busy week. College graduation. Some Mother Day. Still good, though. Money will be made. Go deep off. Play action. One time for me. Oh, man. I'll have to try to pick up this first down and then do that for you, chef. I can imagine how crazy. All right, let's go. I can't go too deep on this play action, but we'll give her a go. Just for you, chef. I can only imagine what it's like to be a cook, man. No matter what level. You know, I remember when I was in the service industry as like fast food, Here you go, chef. Look at that. Just so chef drew it up. Appreciate that, chef. I remember when I was at Arby's though, which isn't even close to the same as like an actual restaurant. But some of those busy times, man. Oh my lantern! If you're short staffed or anything, it's brutal. We were watching The Bear. Great show. And it just gave me constant anxiety of thinking back to my Arby's days of when you're short staffed and everything's just going to hell and there's fires all like not literal fires, but just everything's like urgent and on fire and you're just like trying to survive the shift. And I can only imagine how amplified that is actually at an actual restaurant. MJ says, any plans for Mother's Day? I am just doing stuff with my wife and our son. Might go to my wife's families, but nothing too crazy. I don't think. Just spending some family time with the three of us for the most part. How about you guys? Yeah. Speaking of Arby's, one of my friends that I made from my Arby's time, Ronnie, in the chat. Good to see you, Ronnie. Chris, I thought I'd be whipping up some high quality H2O. No, man, you're a solid right guard, right tackle on this team. I put you at tackle, but I think you could do anything across the line. All right, let's go. Chef says, I'm from Hampton, Virginia. I'm a Hampton high school alumni, and Tyrod was in the restaurant the other day. Personally fed him. Nice catch and score. Yeah, man. I only did it because you're play calling, Chef. So that's cool that Tyrod was in not long ago. That's awesome, man. I love, dude. I love Chef so much, and I love cooking at home. And I could never be a chef because I have such an inept palate. But and there's nothing better than watching like a good chef do his job or her job, do their job. MJ said, I used to work at Arby's when I was 14. 2-4 buses pulled up unannounced. 3-4s came to us. Quarter went to McDonald's. Dude, that was always the worst. The buses, you get no notice. You're short staffed or you're kind of just doing your thing. And all of a sudden you got a lobby full of buses and it's a nightmare. Holy cow. Dude, I haven't worked at Arby's in what, almost 15 years. I think I left Arby's in 2012 or 2013. And I still have nightmares about working there, probably twice a month, 3 times a month. It is not uncommon for me to have nightmares that I am there, we are slammed, we can't catch up. Who would have thought I would be having nightmares about working fast food? Now I'm working a soft office job where I don't even leave my house and I still have nightmares about it. It's wild. Get back here. Oh, gotta let him on the board. MJ said he's spending time with the wife and kids. That'll be a nice time. Hope you guys have a good Mother's Day there. 26 years ago. Yeah, I figured it had to be a little bit ago because the fact that the 14, maybe some franchises are a little bit different, but when at my Arby's, you had to be 16 to get a job there. Chris, I just ripped some salts, man. I just ripped them. Maybe another. Oh, they kicked to Patrick. Huge mistake. Okay, or not. All right, here we go. Ooh. Ooh. All right, now we're going to get a good one. Oh, man. Smelling salts are wild. I have no idea what they're made out of. I don't know what they do. Like, I don't know. It's just a wild thing. It's like a very potent Vicks vapor rub. Look at Chris just dominate his guy on that one. Go, Ron, go. 3rd and inches. We can handle that. I don't like this play because it says fake halfback dive. I don't know what's actually happening on it, so I better audible out of this. Good. Ronnie said they're not nightmares, they're dreams of wanting to work there again. Man, I had a lot of fun working at Arby's, and that's kind of what surprised me, that the fact that I still have those kind of dreams or those nightmares about it, because I did have a lot of fun working there. I felt like we had some really fun crew members. Oh boy, we got stuffed. Got to trust our defense. I feel like we had some really fun teams at times. Um, but I had a lot more fun before I worked my way up to like the actual restaurant manager. When you're the manager of the place, it definitely isn't as fun. But yeah, Ronnie, we definitely had some fun working together. You, me, your brother Johnny. Trying to think, Georgina. I mean, there's so many of us that Sam, just a lot of great people that work there. Um, that I truly enjoy it. I learned a lot from working at Arby's. I think everyone should work in the restaurant industry or service industry at some point in time, because it really teaches you that mistakes are just normal. I think too many people that don't have that experience can be super rude to people who work in the service industry. And like, we're all just human, you know. And when you're in the restaurant industry of like your fast food or whatever, you know, and people are always like, oh, they want to make $20 an hour or $15 an hour, and they can't even do a simple burger right. And it's like, yeah, they've made 1,000 burgers today. The odds of some mistakes pretty high. We're all human. um I don't know. I guess I give it a little bit of grace, because I know how easy it is to be in the weeds on things, and you're running a million miles a minute. It's like playing the telephone game, because you're like, hey, this bag needs this, and you're handing it to someone, and then they miss something, and it's just like it's a telephone game, and that's the nature of the beast. But man, I have nothing but respect for people who are working in the service industry. I could not do it again. I don't think it would take a lot for me to go back to the service industry. That's my rant on it. I do not miss that at all. I miss the people I worked with. I feel like when I was at Arby's, it was a lot easier. Oh boy, Ron. It was a lot easier. I don't know necessarily to say to make friends, but I was a lot closer with people I worked with at Arby's than I am any job after that. Kirby probably won't catch it. Yeah, Kirby can't catch. Thomas said, my son worked at Culver's from age 15 to 18. He loved it at the time, but now he says he would never want to do that again. Yeah, it's one of those, it's kind of an odd one, because it is one of those things that it's like, try and Kirby again, even though, look at that. Kirby comes in clutch when you need it most. 5 catches, 129 yards. It's one of those things that it's such a great life lesson, Thomas, to work there and to kind of put in those hours and understand, customer service is what you're going to use that in all, like any job you have. um I don't deal with customers now in my job, but I deal with coworkers and I deal with requests from the business, and I still use my customer service hat working with them. And I try to understand where they're coming from and try to help best I can and understand what needs they need to have met. And I own up to my mistakes, and and it helps me a lot, even to this day, even though I'm not in customer service anymore. Everything we do is customer service based. Um, even MJ, who's working as in the trucking side of things, you kind of use your customer service when you are going to a shipper or a consignee, and you are there trying to get worked in, or whatever. Like, you gotta kind of put on that customer service hat. So, oh, Dakota, you don't Dakota, I don't know why you stopped on that one, man. I don't know why you stopped. It's a big one here. Ronnie, look at that. Ronnie with the kick. I think I made your last name Vang, just like a really long extension of your name, Ronnie. MJ said I can age my time. They're Big Montana. The Big Montana is the how you age yourself with Arby's. When I worked there, I think we had just gotten rid of it. I started in 2005, and we had just gotten rid of the Big Montana. I think they had just gotten rid of it a year or two prior. And still, so many people asked for the Big Montana. I was like, I don't know what the hell that is. You figure it out pretty quick, but now everything's way different name, verbiage. I could still probably rock. I could still probably rock a drive-through though. Dakota, don't bruh me. You're the one that stopped on the route. You had the touchdown. Not my fault, man. Not my fault. You stopped on the route. All right, we got an 8-point game. Big drive here for this Cleveland team. They got an X factor quarterback. Can they go to the distance? Not a great start. Ball's out, and they got it. Of course, we're gonna have the typical Packers drive for defense on that final drive where we're gonna have so many opportunities where we could get the stop, and the ball's gonna bounce right into their hands. We're gonna have a blown play here in a second. Madden is getting so realistic that every time the Packers need to stop on defense, it's just not going to happen. It's going to be the most like frustrating. If I were at home right now, I'd be so damn stressed because we just allowed a fumble recovery on a ball that we should have had. We're going to just allow them to dink and dunk their way down. It's going to be brutal. Chad said, how many meat mountains did you make? Actually, I think the meat mountain became a thing just after just after I left, I think Meat Mountain became a thing. So I think that is one thing I really miss about working at Arby's, though, is the free food, because my last shift there, I made like a kind of a rendition of the Meat Mountain before the Meat Mountain was really a thing. I made like it had like a chicken patty on it, it had ham on it, Swiss, roast beef. It had a lot of different meats on there. It was incredible. All right. Yep. Don't worry. We're gonna let them get the 2-point conversion here, because why wouldn't we? It's the Packers defense, We're gonna let them get a 2-point conversion, and then it's gonna be on me. Minute left to drive. I don't know if we'll be able to make it happen. Yeah, see, easy, no problem. MJ says straight fries with the cheddar sauce. The straight fries at Arby's were like the best fries I'd ever had. And with that cheddar sauce is next level. I have no idea why they got rid of it. And boy, it makes me sad that they did. Alfonso, good to see you, man. Go Pack, go. MJ said closing time. We saved a roast that we cooked to medium rare and made our creations. That's how you had to do it. You always had to make your own creations. There are sandwiches that I had that I'm so sad I'll never be able to get to make again, because of the fact that it was the creations I made there. Let's live to see another day. Live to see another day. Ronnie said, remember when you used to make me scrub the toilets? I still do. You still scrub the toilets, or you still remember? You remember that I instilled work ethic into you? That's good. I'm glad you remember that. Don't forget who instilled some work ethic into you. You're lucky it was only the toilets I made you scrub, Ronnie. You're lucky. You're lucky I liked you. There's a lot of people that I wasn't as favorable towards. That is one thing, though, working there, that you get. Look at that, Will Cox, attaboy. You get so used to making your own like weird sandwiches that you would never order, because you're just like, hey, I don't know, I'm bored of whatever we have. The other fun thing about working in the food industry that I kind of miss is we would do food trades a lot. Oh, that's picked. Oh boy, I'm gonna botch this one, aren't I? Not good, guys. Not good. I would blame that one on Tully, but I think I just misread the route. All right, good defense. Good defense. Is this one going to go into overtime again? I hope not. Chad says I'd be looking like 2015 Eddie Lacy if I worked at Arby's. Honestly, man, you don't gain weight because of the fact that you are stepping so much. That is another thing I miss about working in the food industry is you don't sit down. You're always running around. you're putting on like 10,000 plus steps in a shift easy. Because when I worked there, we would be working 10-hour shifts because I was a manager. So I'd work 10-hour shifts. And you hardly ate anything. So it was just like a nonstop. All right, 7 seconds. We got Patrick back here on this punt return. Let's see if we can't make some magic happen. I doubt it. I doubt we will. I haven't returned a punt for a touchdown in a very long time. But, stranger things have happened. Nope. 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 All right. All right. Hate when it goes to overtime because we're going to be running late on the season, the sim season, but tails never fails. Packers won the toss, and we will kick. I swear, if this one ends in a tie, man, oh my gosh, I'm gonna be so pissed if we have a second tie on the season. We're 8-2-1 going against the 7-3. If I go to 8-2-2 on the season, I mean, who could forget going to into Dallas last year and having that tie? It's like the worst possible feeling to have that tie. Thankfully, we ended with the tie as opposed to losing the game, given the playoff implications down the way and how that helped us. But damn, the game's over and you're like, okay, now what? Brutal. And 4-minute overtime is a pretty short overtime. So we need to make something happen here. Because if we let them drain out the clock, it's gonna be a wrap. Bro. Linebacker just watches it sail over his head. Madden is out to get me. Who was that? Was that Steven? We're already almost down to like 2 minutes in overtime. Jeez. I cannot believe the linebacker just watched the ball just sail right over his head. Steven, you're killing me, man. We're going to be at like 2 minutes left before we even. All right, big third down here. They're out of bounds. Let's see if we can't stop them here. I feel like they're gonna convert this because my defenses can't make a stop when we need it most, but we'll see. Sailed it. Of course they're gonna go for it. All right, we are gonna blitz. We're gonna call press. We need to get something here. I don't know that we'll get home in time, but we'll see. Letting them walk, Patrick. Patrick. Come on. Oh boy. I'm gonna run out of time before they even. Maybe it was not the greatest idea to maybe it's not the greatest idea to kick in Madden, considering that there's only 4 minutes that you get. Because they're gonna have. I gotta start calling timeout soon. Oh, this sucks. This sucks. All right, we need a turnover, and I don't think we're gonna get it. Here's the thing. If they score a touchdown here. Oh, and you only get 2 timeouts in overtime, don't you? If they score a touchdown here, I think we need to try. If we end up scoring, which I don't, it's not looking good. Let them go in. Okay, we have. Let's not put the cart ahead of the horse. We got a lot of work to do on our end. It's not looking good though. The nice part is we can go for it on fourth downs, but we also have a minute 13, which isn't a lot of time. I'm blaming Patrick on that one. You know who's really at fault is me for throwing 2 picks tonight with Ron. All right, Patrick, redeem yourself here, man. Nope, can't even get a block. Guys running downfield by themselves. All right, coach, what the hell are you calling here? That's not. All right, coach, I guess I'll have to do my own thing. All right. No timeouts. Minute 10. I'll probably throw another interception. Why not? Sailed it. That was a big play missed. When it rains, it pours. I feel like Madden's out to get me here tonight. Let's go. Is that Nathan, let's go, buddy. Let's go. Look at that. I don't even know if he's still watching, but that was huge. All right. We're going for 2. We're going for 2. I feel like we can't, if we kick it to them, we are just letting them go do their thing. We're going for 2. I don't love it, but we have to. Oh, just outside. Damn. We had him. I still think that was the right idea, even though we lost. Dang. Damn, that sucks. But at least Nathan had that bomb there. Nathan looks like me back when I torched the neighborhood friends. Exactly, man. You had the big one there. We just we couldn't do it. We had him. We had Kirby right where we wanted it, and we just sailed it a little bit. That'll happen. We're not going to win them all. We're not going to win them all. Let's get over to the other thing here. But that was a fun game, even though we lost. I think those are fun when you have those. Let's give a thanks to my friends over at Nicolet Law. We're going to do that giveaway link here again. So if you have not entered yet, there's your chance to do it. But yeah, shout out to my friends over at Nicolet Law. When it comes to injury, you need a good game plan, and that's where Nicolet Law comes in. Insurance companies have their own playbook, and it's usually not written in your favor. Nicolet Law helps level the playing field. They're based right here in the Midwest. Russell's from Green Bay originally. And they've helped thousands of injured folks get back on their feet. They deal with insurance companies for you, fight to get you what's fair, and they don't get paid unless you win. So if you are injured, get Nicolet. Visit nicoletlaw.com or call 1-855-NICOLET. Shout out to them. I really can't say how much I appreciate them. All right, let's make matters even worse and see if the Vikings win the Super Bowl here in our season. MJ said a loss is hard when you let them come back and win. You're not kidding, man. At least the Vikings lost the Super Bowl in this. They're staying true to form. So yeah, we just dropped to what? 7-3-1? 7-3-1? 8-3-1, I think. Deborah says I was at that Packer game in Cleveland this past September. It definitely sucked. I believe that. All right, who do we have? We have 105 million in cap. So if it's your first time watching, which I doubt it is for any of you, what I do is I play a season or I play a game and then we sim the season. We act as GM. So that's kind of what we're in the middle of doing. This is the season. Last week, they screwed us because if you remember, last week we drafted a couple rookies. Things were going well. And Madden subbed in. They went out and signed Bo Nix and they subbed him in for our game or for our season. So our rookie that we wanted to get some experience didn't get any, which really pissed me off. So it kind of set us back. We are heading into free agency now. We need to use this rookie quarterback, but I'm expecting this season to not be very good. But let's see what we got for free agency. I don't think we need another D tackle. I think I drafted this guy, Matt Dell. I'm pretty sure I drafted him at one point. Maybe not. We need a corner, but I don't know how many are going to be available. Let's look at our depth. Let's see what we need here. GM. Let's go to Trade Center. Halfback, quarterback, center. Okay. You know what? We're going to go to the draft. We're already late. I didn't see anyone in free agency that I needed. So MJ, keyword act. Yeah, act as GM. I'm not a very good GM here. Let's see. I don't remember what we have as far as draft picks. I don't think we looked either. What do we got? Because we have some draft picks that are kind of floating. So 10 from Chicago, 27-30. So let's start the NFL draft. I didn't even look to see where anything was. I'm going to rely on you guys here as far as draft board. Wide receiver is a top 5. We have 3 potential top 5 here, 3 of which are D tackles. We have an edge, cornerback there. You know, maybe this is our guy if we can get him. I don't know. I said we needed a center, but I don't think we can move up. Yeah, there's no chance I'm taking him number 1 overall. Or him. None of these guys look that. I mean, he looks okay. He's great, and elite. That's great, but for a top 5 prospect, I don't know. I don't think I need. All right, let's just skip ahead to our pick. Looks like we have 10, 27, and 30, I believe. I don't know that we need an edge rusher, but this guy's elite acceleration, elite change of direction, good strength. We're taking him. We're gonna try to move quick here. 25 true value. That's all right. So let's we might offload one of these. I don't know that we need a receiver, but if something's there that jumps out to us, maybe we take him. This guy skipped the combine. He did not participate in anything. So these are always interesting because you don't know. He's got good catching traffic. Patrick said he would have taken that corner. That's because you're the corner. You have to. You're legally obligated to say that you would have taken him. Let's. Oh man, I don't love the idea of taking a crapshoot at cornerback or at receiver, but it's always interesting when they don't do the like combine because they really could come across as like a strong. Let's see if we can't trade one of these away just to get another pick next year. They're willing to offer their next year, no, 2 years from now first. Oh boy, they're willing to give us next year's first and second. We could get another first with this one. Let's do 20. I feel like we got to take that first and second rounder next year. Yeah, let's do that. If that wide receiver is still there, do we take him? The one that skipped his pro days? Let's take him. Let's live life on the wild side. Took him at, hey, that's not bad. 27 true value. We took him at 30. We'll take it. Maker selection. We need a center. Asking you shall receive. How is he? Okay, we'll take him. That's fine. Took him 40 true value. Took him at 59. I'll probably do the third and then sim the rest just for the sake of time here because I know we are running a little bit late. Whatever. I didn't even really look, but I think we need a full safety or free safety. Cool. This will be my last pick, and then I'll sim out the rest of the draft. Cornerback for Patrick. No, he's not. He's not what we want out of corner. How's this left tackle? Elite agility, whatever. Ooh, not good. That was not a good pick. Gonna have those though. All right, let's just sim to the end of the draft. Usually when I'm doing this at like in my off times, if I do GM mode, you take your time doing the draft because that's the really fun part. But you know, we don't always have the luxury of that. So especially when we go into overtime, let's look and see how that. Patrick said he would have taken that cornerback. So let's take a look at what he was. I think it was this one because he got drafted right after us. 77 overall. Not terrible, man. I think would have been happy with that if we would have drafted that. What do we got? You know, our guy was 76 overall, and then we got a 75 overall in that wide receiver, 74 overall center. So really we had a pretty solid draft on our end, minus that left tackle we took. So I think we'll take that. It's advanced week. I think I'm gonna have to manually get my roster in a good spot, but let's see here. Let's go to the regular season, see where it puts us. Because I turned off. So if you remember last week, because they added Bo Nix and they did all that stupid stuff, I turned off them auto adding talent to our roster. So we very well might have to add some guys just to. Is it going to tell us where we're at? I don't know if it will or not. Okay, so this is, which one's the fast one? This was the fast one. I think we wanted this as our guy this year. Halfback, cool. Tight end, cool. Okay. Interesting. I think we had one of these tight ends better than the other. Oh, he's already the starting fullback. Interesting. So why would we do that? Why? I don't need a strong starting fullback. I'd much rather have the better tight end be the starter. Madden logic, 86, 80, 87, cool, 88. We put together a really nice line. I'm surprised that I'm guessing all those guys are already starting. Edge, okay, let's go. Honestly, this seems like a relatively balanced team. I'm excited to see where we're at with it. We seem to have a lot of talent across the board, so there could be a lot of good things this year. Let's advance to midseason. Dakota says just draft kickers. That's all I'm going to do. Kickers every single time. Kicker. This is a pretty balanced team though, which probably means that we're going to just do terrible. It just depends what our quarterback does, because we didn't get the rookie year last year to actually have him do the thing like I was wanting him to. It's pretty frustrating. So he's 86 overall now, which is good. Let's see if he's unlocked what he is. He's a star. What about the other one? Does he unlock anything? Superstar. So now the question is, do we make DeAndre Murphy our quarterback? I feel like he's not nearly as good there, but he makes up for it, speed and acceleration. I think we got to do that. Could be a bad idea, but we're doing it. Koopa Stank, watch Revenge of the Sith, everybody. One day, maybe one day I'll watch all the Star Wars. Maybe one day. We'll see. I have nothing against them. I enjoyed episode 1 when I watched it. I saw it twice in theaters when I was a kid. I think the thing is, it's just always been one of those things that it's been so overhyped that I don't know that it'll ever live up to that expectation that I was having for it. So I think that's the tough part with it. All right, here's the deal. We did not make the playoffs. No, we finished with 13-4 record. We're the 1 seed. We have the bye week. I saw the wild card and there's nothing there. I assumed we didn't make the playoffs. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We are playing the Vikings. We're probably going to get bounced first week. That's how it goes when you're the 1 seed. Madden just like screws you. So we beat them 36-13. Can we go to another Super Bowl? Do we lose? We lost. What was the score? Damn, what does it take to go to a Super Bowl? All right. It doesn't even show what we lost, which is super frustrating. All right. Lions, offensive player of the year, defensive player of the year, Dallas Turner, offensive rookie. No Packers. All right. I guess we got to load up. Oh, our kicker was the kicker of the year. All right. Well, we blew through that. 13-4, lost in the NFC Championship game. Hopefully we have some good free agents. We didn't even try to re-sign any of our guys, so we got that going for us. But anyway, that's a problem for a future Ben and squad here. So let's do this giveaway. If you have not entered yet, let me know, and I can enter your name in. You have about 2 minutes to do so. My mouse is dying. Not even 2 minutes. You have about 30 seconds. If you have not entered the giveaway yet, let me know and I will get you added. Stupid mouse, man. Bill, just in time for the giveaway, my friend. Let's get Bill added. Bill. All right. Anyone else need to get added? I think we got everyone else. Making sure that we don't have any duplicates. I don't think I see any duplicates. I got Chris's full legal name here. All right. Let's get this. Oh, wrong thing here. Let's stop sharing that. Share screen, giveaway wheel. All right, before I do anything, thanks once again to my friends over at Nicolet Law for making it possible, and good luck, everyone. Look at that. He steps in and wins the prize. Bill, if you're still here, if you didn't just pop in to say hello and leave, give me 1 through 50 up or down, please. We shall see. 1 through 50 up or down, Bill. I got a stack of items here. You would pick your own destiny. What luck to just jump in. Just jump in, say hello towards the tail end, and you get in there, potentially win a giveaway. Oh man, I can't believe it's only Tuesday. I'll tell you this week feels like it's just dragging on. All right. Gotta see though. Bill, we got like a minute. I'm gonna put a timer here. If I can figure out how to get a timer here. All right. 60-second timer. All right, Bill. Starting a timer. Let's remove this. We might be All right. Bill, you got 38 seconds, my friend. 1 through 50, Bill, if you're still there. If not, we're going to be respinning. The anticipation is killing me. I'm going to just do timers now. Everyone has 90 seconds going forward to claim their prize. Alfonso says respin. We might be getting a respin. Bill. No, Bill. All right, Bill. Sorry about that, buddy. We're going to remove and respin. Tom R. If you are still here, I need 1 through 50 up or down, Tom. I can't type. What do I got going on here? 1 through 50, Tom, up or down. We're just going to have people that don't claim prizes tonight. The problem is I think people, hey, there he is. Tom is here. Look at that. Didn't need all his clock. All right. Tom says 24 and down. Congrats, Tom. Can't really see it. My camera blows it out. But you got number 23. Tom, you got yourself $10 in Packer Pro Shop gift cards. It blows it out so bad. Got too many lights. You got $10 in Packers Pro Shop. There you can kind of see it. $10 Packers Pro Shop gift card. Congrats, Tom. I'll shoot you an email to get your address and I'll get that out. I got to get Dakota's out as well. And then I have to, this weekend, I'm going to be mailing out Luke's 8x10 from last week. So appreciate you guys bearing with me on getting these out. Yeah, appreciate you guys all hanging out, watching. It's always a good time hanging out, playing some Madden. Sucks we lost tonight, but there's always next week. Appreciate you all immensely. Thanks for all the questions, the comments, the interactions. Talking about Arby's, that was a lot of fun. Hope to see you guys same time, same place next week. And until then, have a good rest of your week. And as always, go Pack Go.